All right, welcome into a market, or back into Market Day Report. We've been here all day. This is a little bit well, the last hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes before we wrap it all up. So let's take a look and see where we're at with the prices. It's not been that great of a day for the producers. Let's start with corn. Corn was down a couple, 3 cents the last time we were there, and it's back down to 3 to 4 cents lower. So we got a corn board that's off 3.5 cents in March to 443.5. That's 2 ticks. Now it's 3 ticks off the low of the day. And we've had about an 8-cent range, right? So if we're talking us 3/4 of a cent off the lows of an 8-cent range, that's going to give you an idea that it's not trading very strong. 4 cents lower in the May to 4.55, and that too is a penny or a tick off the lows, right? So that's no bueno. Corn trading heavy. Soybeans, that was higher by the last time, but it's giving back a lot of it, right? March is only up a penny and a quarter now to 12.25.5. I'm going to call that about 4.25 cents off the low of the day there, and we've been a lot higher than that. We've had a decent range of 16 cents, 16.5 cents. So we're 4 cents from the low of a 16.5 cent range. How about that? That's going to be where we sit there. That's going to give you the idea of what's going on. We're a penny higher in the May, right behind it to 12.36 3/4. Let's go over to the Chicago wheat. That's down 15.25 cents to 5.80 3/4 in that March contract. And that's 4 cents off the lows. May's down 15 cents to 5.95. That's 4 cents off the lows. We've had about, let's call that a 25-cent range, right? So there you go. 4 cents off the lows of a 25-cent range. That'll kind of paint a picture for you, doesn't it? Hard red in Kansas City, that too is lower by 10.75 cents in the March contract to 604.5. 4 cents off the low of the day. We've had an okay range of about 22 cents. May's down 12 cents to 608.25. So that too is trading kind of heavy. Let's go from the hard red in Kansas City to the spring in Minneapolis. And that's down 10.25 cents in that front month. That's March. 689.25 is last. That's just 1 tick off the low of the day. And we've had a decent range. I'm calling it about 14 cents, almost 15 cents. May's down 9 cents. Right behind it, lost that $7 handle, folks. 699.75 is last. That's just 3 ticks off the low in May. Let's take a quick peek at cotton. We'll get to our guest analyst. That's down 20 points to 81.11, trying to hang on to that 80 line. We're doing it today. Only down 20 points. 81.11 is last in March cotton. Let's bring in Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading, but he's in at Farm Credit, Southeast Missouri. I think that's where you're at. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. All right. Hey, we had a big report on Friday. You had 2.5, 3 days to digest it. You've seen the market action today. What are your thoughts?
It's interesting because I gave a speech. And when I gave a speech, I was pretty positive and optimistic and told everyone the markets were digesting it well. We were up when I started speaking at 9:30. When I got done speaking at 10:30, I was kind of like you, Scotty. I just went an hour straight, didn't take a break. Enough about me. Let me tell them about me a little bit. I got done and I logged back into my computer and showed them the markets. And I said, and there goes back to when I told you guys 15 minutes ago that even though you think the markets are low, your risk is that they go lower. Until we have federal crop insurance here at the end of February, I hate to say this, but I will, we're going to talk about facts, not feelings on this show, is that your risk is still that the market goes lower. And with the shipping problems and everything else, it's a concern. I will say this. I was up late. I am in Sykeston, Missouri, and I was absolutely amazed at what happened in the Iowa Caucus. Now, I'm sure you're going to do 10 episodes about this on Scott the Cow Guy, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone. Never in my life have I seen counties. I mean, to think you can have that many charges against you and win all those counties, that gives guys like you and I hope. I mean, it makes me think like I can just go rob a liquor store and walk out because America is demanding change. They want change, not just the change left in their pocket. And our borders aren't secure. And I'm not running for office, but I'm going to talk for a few more seconds anyway. Our borders aren't secure. We're having a problem with world shipping. Russia's invaded Ukraine. Gaza invaded Israel. And there's probably 10 other things you could ramble off in 15 seconds. Back to you and then commercial break.
No, it's fine. You're right. There's a lot to worry about out there. And whatever happened in 2023, I've said it a lot, Tommy, is we haven't solved any of it going into 2024. And arguably, I could say that we've actually had more hit our plates. And to your point, we just had a broker on the last segment, Bill Havertape at 88 Hedge in Cedar Rapids. He's good. And he's echoing your exact same sentiments. You know, when he puts a lot of this stuff on paper and looks at another similar year, you know, he sees corn with a 3 in front of it. He still says that buying puts, selling calls, just buying puts, or just getting rid of the grain and buying calls in case we do have something to the upside, but you got to make sure that you have something covered, because it doesn't mean just because we're going down this far doesn't mean we can't go any further. 10 seconds to you.
I think what you're trying to say is get control. The bottom layer of the marketing pyramid, get control. However you need to do that, you have 40-day gap before you have crop insurance. You'll feel better then. The next 40 days could be miserable.
Yep. All right. Stay right there. We need to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading, but he's in southeast Missouri at Farm Credit. We'll be back to him after this. All right, welcome back in. I've got the jacket on, so let's talk cattle, right? I've got live cattle pulled up for us. Let's take a look and see what that's got in store for us. It's a little bit of a better board. We'll start with Fab because it's up the most, right? $1.57 higher there to now $1.62 higher to 173 even, 32 cents off the high of the day. That's not bad, is it? And we've got basically a $2 range. April's up 92 cents behind it to 175.10. And that too is 32 cents off the high of the day there. So live cattle coming alive, as they say. Or staying alive. I'm old enough to remember that one. How about feeders? March is up 92 cents, 228.62 is last there, while April's up $1.17 to 234.17. So not a bad board there. We're up about $1 across it. And then let's see what lean hogs got on store for us. This is where we see the losses. It hurts. April's down $1.45 to 77.17, and May's down 95 cents to 83.50. All right, let's bring in Tommy Grisafi. Tommy, anything to say about the cattle or hogs?
Well, with all the things that happened last week, cattle, live cattle, feeder cattle, and all hogs all had a positive week. One of the groups that'll benefit from these lower, more stable, less volatile grain prices is our meat industry. And with all the headwinds we have going on with everything else and all the, that silly documentary on Netflix, You Are What You Eat, making people feel bad for having a decent steak or even a hamburger or even eating a chicken breast. Those folks need all the help they can. I did tell this room that animal agriculture is under attack.
It is.
And we need to rally. I'm not starting a riot. I'm saying that watch what happened in the Netherlands, watch what happened in Canada, watch what's still happening in Germany. I understand the German fire department even joined. I don't want that to happen in your town, but let's get organized and let's get our ducks in order so we don't have to do that here in America. If things don't change, we will be pulling up our tractors to different capitals and whatnot. So that's just the animal guys. Oh, the grain guys got to really be upset. But some of the things happening in the grain world were going to happen regardless of politics and feelings.
I got an interesting thing over the weekend from one of our viewers saying, isn't it funny how all these, he was referencing Davos and the World Economic Forum and how farmers are continually and ranchers under attack from these people blaming, some of the ranchers for climate change problems, blah, blah, blah. Well, he says, isn't it funny how these people blame us for climate change. They won't eat the meat because they think there's so many chemicals shot into it. But then they're the first ones in line at the store buying the lab-grown fake meat. Who knows what's in it, right? It's funny how you've got an interesting dichotomy there. I thought that was a pretty good point. So we'll see how this all shakes out. But there's going to be, it's a long road to go still. Appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tell everybody at Farm Credit we say hi from RFD TV. Thanks, Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading, good friend of this show and the Cow Guy Close.
Absolutely.
He's out there.